2, Jacoby Morris, and number 85, Tanner Thompson.
That is 55, 1-8-18.
Fighting
55.
Yep.
Hayes Fuqua.
The energy fuels the stars. Dedication.
Of course, West Monroe, from being on the road, will call this one, being the visitors. Have you seen that many cameras down on the field in a while there, Nick?
No, I haven't.
Well, we're right up into the official showing it off there. West Monroe has won the toss and will elect to defer. The Trojans.
Now it's time to finish what we started.
There you have West Monroe's.
Bring the energy, and that's
They elected to receive, didn't they? Yeah, they're going to take the football. They're just going to get things.
We understand what it takes to create the.
They're going to get things going here. We'll get that back up in just a minute. And that just shows you West Monroe comes out and they said, look, we're not worried about the halftime. We're not worried about a quick score at the end. We want to come in and chew up about 8 or 9 minutes and keep the Trojans off the field.
That's all about possession. And then, yep, I agree completely.
If you're calling this game for the Rebels of West Monroe, you want to limit this game to about 5-6 possessions each is all you want to do.
That's correct.
If you're the Trojans, you want 5 of them in the first half.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, no, I'm not surprised with that at all. And like I said, here we go. 40 men's football and the rest of your life to remember it, Doug.
Game time is indeed being called. Trojans will come out. Eli Fung, who has been solid, is set to tee this up for the Trojans. Back deep to receive. Nick, what do you have?
It's like number 7, who is Kedrian McNeil. And
is that, did I see 2? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like number 2 that's back deep to receive.
Pickens. So McNeil and Pickens.
McNeil to the top, Pickens to the near side.
Now, one
Eli
thing,
Fung set to tee it off.
Yeah, they need to bear with us because there's a lot of number 2s. There's 2 number 2s, 2 number 3s, 2 number 4s.
Eli puts a foot into it, and we are underway. This one's not going to reach the end zone. Going to come up, had his heels on it. No, he's going to take it out of them. This is where the Trojans have been good, but they've got to make a play. J. Lou's going to have to chase him down, and does around the 48-yard line. No flags, and Lewis able to track that down. And boy, that was that's the kind of start that you do not want to see if you're the Trojans.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. It's going to be against West Monroe, so that's going to back things up a good bit. Again, a big shout out to our friends over at Louisiana Christian University. They are in Houston this weekend getting ready for a game tomorrow that will go. The LCU Wildcats, and former offensive coordinator Ben McLaughlin is the head coach there at LCU. E.J. Scott, Datling Cunningham on the roster for the Wildcats. And E.J., we told you, got the 270 yards, and that's a school record. So congratulations to E.J. Scott and that group of Wildcats, and bring a victory back home to Central Louisiana. We're at 11:52, just underway.
Doug, I know it's only a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, but
oh gosh,
I mean,
but you were in Trojan territory.
Yeah, you were at 46-yard line, 47-yard line. You're back at the 20. Back at the 16, 17. That's big for the Trojans.
Here we go. West Monroe comes out and put a man in motion to the far side. Snap is there. Handoff's going to go right up the middle, off the left side, actually. And we'll get down to the 24-yard line. Pickup of 6 yards on there. So give him 7. Second down and 3.
Yeah, Carrot Gaines there on the shoestring tackle right there. Helped with Xavier White. And that's West Monroe there. If you haven't watched them, this is what they do.
And not knowing the offense, too. They got so many number 5s and 6s and 4s, and it's hard to keep up with it. Second down and 3. They'll go from the 24-yard line. Will the Rebels, a man in motion once again. Same way, the ball goes off to the left side. Good penetration by the Trojans. Going to be about a quarter of a yard pickup, and that'll be third down. And let's let it remain at, it's a long 2. Give him a yard on the play. Nose of the football rests on the 25-yard line. Big third down play here for Alexandria.
Yeah, Cortez and Thibodeau there. Cortez turned him inside, and Thibodeau, so good work there by the 2 seniors.
Cortez Simon, number 1. Kartez if you're scoring at home.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
10:44.
18 weeks ago would have been good to know.
18, yes, correct. Third down and a couple for West Monroe from the 25-yard line. Handoff now go. They'll try the right side. Going to get it spinning around and go down, and that'll be enough for a Rebel first down out to the 31-yard line. Clock will stop momentarily. No more hydration timeouts as we've made it into October now.
And Doug, as we talked about, I mean, this is their offense. I mean, he was one arm tackle away from busting that one, so got to be very careful here for the Trojans.
Trojans starting to creep up, but you have to be very careful of that too. Handoff comes to the near side again. Got a tackle right there, and that's what we're worried about the Trojans to just allow a couple on that one. You see it, you're right down on the field. There's Xavier cleaning things up.
Yeah, Williams turned him in, and Latravius Williams turned him in, Xavier. But that's Miles. That's their senior running back, number 8. And he will get between him and number 7, who is McNeil, they will get the lion's share of the carries for this West Monroe offense.
There you go. The Rebels doing what we thought they would do, and that's why they wanted the ball to start this. Down to 10 and 9 and 8 on the play clock. 2.5 minutes into this one. There's motion to the far side. Comes up. That should have been a false start, and it is. Good work, but they'll back it up, I've got to believe. Or they may give the Trojans, they may give West Monroe third down and 7 here. But the man that went in motion turned up like the USFL days and started early.
Yeah, good job there by Jay Frazier to come off his man underneath. Declined it, yeah.
Yeah, they did decline that, and that's certainly the thing to do as you look across there. It's going to be third down and 8.
Yeah, and the quarterback is Ryder DeJean. Yeah.
He's the junior, taking over for Hayden Federico, that seemed like he was about an 8-year senior as long as he was in the program. Started early and just was very athletic for this West Monroe team.
I only watched him one game, and that was enough.
That's exactly right.
I mean, there were 2 plays last year where, I mean, Johnny Menzeldis, or who's the new guy from Vanderbilt?
Yeah. He put out a plug, said, "Hey, look, here's my agent's number for NIL money." After that big upset of Alabama, roll tears. Back to pass, going over the top now. Got a man open. That's going to be in and out of the hands. Boy, just overshot the intended receiver who had a step.
First down.
Yeah, I'm catching my breath.
Right.
I'm catching my breath. And it's not because I'm talking too much, but yeah, if he hits that one in stride, it's 6. So fortunately, he overthrew it. But
Daniel Lane into punt. Darius Washington back deep to receive. And if you're a Trojan fan, you couldn't really expect things going better. High snap, but it's pulled in, and that one's going to be a end-over-end kick. Darius going to come up field, and he just gets hammered. And that's how you make a special teams tackle, Nick. That's exactly how you do it. From number 42, it looks like.
Yeah, that's Parker Todd.
Todd, the linebacker.
I was very curious. To be honest with you, I was watching the ball. It was actually, going end over end. I didn't see if Darius, but obviously he didn't make a fair catch.
He did not, and he'll think about that next time. I mean, he just got lit up. Todd was just full speed ahead on that one. Trojans, though, will take it from the 33-yard line. Welcome to the statewide audience that is watching this one. D-Dub and Jimmy Duncan go to the far side. Jimmy on the and Coach Bachman brings it back over to this side. Now is Duncan. He lines up here with Fontenot. JT, the 4-star LSU commit in the backfield. He's got 880 on the season. Handoff goes up the middle to JT, and he grinds ahead for maybe 3 yards. Yeah, second down and 7, Nick.
Take 4 there, I think, Doug. Looking at the side judge over there.
Second
down and 7, officially 3 on the play. Trojans hurry to the line. They're not letting it tick down. JT's going to get the toss to the far side. JT getting to the corner and gets enough for a first down and runs into that Rebel sideline. And quickly he comes back, and the Trojans working a little bit of tempo here as we knew they would. If you're the Trojans, you want 8, 9, 10 possessions. Boy, how big was that holding penalty on the kickoff? Snap is back. JT's got it again, now trying this corner. He'll go down, may get a yard. That's 3 straight carries for JT. Give him 11 yards.
Yes, Parker Todd there for he's a senior linebacker, 42 and 50.
The one that made the hit on the special teams play.
Turner as well.
2 receivers to the far side. Handoff up the middle. Again, banging forward. That's Vaughn Darbone who gets that one out to midfield, where the Trojans will find themselves in 3rd down and 3, and certainly 4 down territory.
6 yards up the middle there for Vaughn.
Townsend, the H-back to the far side. Vaughn still in there. Sellers looking around. Dumps that one out to Fontenot for a 1st down.
Yes.
And there's going to be 15 yards added on to the end of that for slinging him down. They were near the letters.
Yeah, 7 yards there on that just stop route for Alex and Seller with an additional 15 here.
1st down and 10 for the Trojans. They'll mark it off from the 43. Should put it around the 28-yard line. All the way down they will go. It's like continuing to go. To the 27 is where the Trojans will have it. So their first drive at 28. I was right. That's right. Put it back there. I carried the 1 is what I did. 1st down and 10. Trojans have it from the plus 28-yard line. Handoff there up the middle. That's JT banging around once again. 4th carry of the night for Lindsey.
I think it's 5 there, so we'll keep those going all night.
You don't mind little 5-yard gains on 1st down. 2nd down from the 24-yard line. So I think they give him 4 yards officially on that one, Nick. Sellers again. The handoff goes to JT. JT breaks one. Oh, to the 16-yard line. An arm tackle got him up around the shoulder pads. That slowed him down, but that's another 1st down carry for JT Lindsey. As we roll down under 7 minutes, you see that on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. JT stutter steps. There's that patience we talked about. Rolls inside the 10-yard line to the 9. Give him the 8, it looks like.
Another 8-yard run there to 1st down. So
JT comes out. Vaughn will now stand beside Carson Sellers, the sophomore quarterback, who gets the start tonight. Handoff is there. Vaughn's got it up the middle, banging around, but he'll be stopped at the point of attack. The line of scrimmage will be 3rd down and 2.
3rd down.
Quickly, they'll swap things out. Just a quick breather for JT. A lot of things to call here. You go with your power back. That offensive line, Nick, has been setting some things up for JT.
Yeah, it's a great start for that offensive front. And Tanner as well.
Tanner in at the H-back. He's now to tight end off to the left side now is where he sits. So that's that 6-man front anchored by Caleb Pearl at center. 8 seconds and 7 on the play clock. Handoff to JT. JT caught in the backfield and dropped down for no gain, actually. And a big decision for Coach Bachman and the Trojans. What do you do, Nick?
Yeah, that defensive lineman, he just follows the pulling guard there. I think they're going for it, Doug. I really do. I'm not going to say we shouldn't have the points here, but, you've moved the ball every one except for these last 2.
4th down play. First tense moment in this ball game comes at the 5:22 mark in a rapidly moving first quarter.
They're playing off our receivers, Doug.
Quick hit. I'll do it. The Trojans may end up taking a timeout here, and why not? They may have tried to get West Monroe to jump. 5 and 4 on the play clock, now 3 and 2. And they will take the timeout. They'll use their first timeout. We'll use it to step away, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Ash Trojan 258 District Opener on 446 Sports. Back to J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium, 446 Sports, bringing you this District 2 5A opener between the visiting West Monroe Rebels and your Alexandria Trojans. 4th down and 2, and the Trojans offense will stay out there following the timeout.
For the Trojans.
JT is out there, flanked to the left, it looks like, of Sellers. Washington in man coverage. Don't think a stop route's out of order. 3 receivers to the near side, and West Monroe having to move folks around just to get set. Don't know that West Monroe has the coverage that they want. Look for JT to sprint up to the top, perhaps. No, they'll do it via the air. Sellers zips this one in. Alex Fontenot, touchdown, Trojans. Let's take a look at that, courtesy of BU Designs. Watch Sellers just sit back in the pocket, Nick. You can see him here. And that slant, good adjustment on it. Fontenot catches that one, and that's pitch and catch, and that's the 4th touchdown of the year for Alex Fontenot.
Yeah, that's a slow development play, Doug, and the offensive line kept them off, so just great work there by the Trojan offense.
Mesh set to try the PAT. That kick is up, and it is good. 7-0. Trojans strike first. They hold, and they score. We'll be back right after this on 446 Sports.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible, so if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Back to the action we go. Trojans lead this one 7-0. Pineville up 7-0 on Neville in that game, and Oakdale up 13-0 as Fung's second kickoff goes to the left side, which the first one did, running right by Xavier, but good work there defensively on that kick return or kickoff team for the Trojans. Again, 7-0. You see that on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Big shout out to our man Sterling. Normally he's in the house, but he's he's here at the stadium, but he's away from things. So big shout out to our buddy Sterling who's watching there. He says, "Go Trojans."
Yeah, McNeil on the return there, and boy, he's an athletic young man. Miles in the backfield now with the quarterback.
4:52 to go in this one. Trojans with a 7-0 lead and went right down the field like they wanted to after getting a defensive stop. Handoff goes off to the right side of the field, brought down after a 6-yard pickup.
Yeah, carrot gains there. Williams turned him inside and then Gaines with the tackle.
Tioga up 7-0 over Wassman. You can see all of those as they get updated on our Saddlers Towing scrolling scoreboard that rolls across the bottom of it. Here, it is 7-0 Trojans. Handoff right up the middle, but so is big Peyton Haas. Look at him enjoying the time down there, big man.
You know, Doug, we talked about it. Of course, Coach OJ has talked about how he's there. It just has to click. And the last 3 weeks, it has clicked.
We have zero to do with this, but he's opened up, been part of the show, and come around and it just is having fun, celebrating out there. And we told him, dude, go to work. Yeah. And he's doing just that.
I mean, he's been there. He just hadn't been able to finish the plays, and now he's finishing the plays.
3rd down and 7 once again for West Monroe. The ball rests at the 30-yard line. Snap is back now, rolling to the near side. Cortez has to check up a little bit. That ball looks like it was trapped. They're going to call a completion out to the 41-yard line. And, just didn't thought that ball was tipped.
Yeah, that's Webb. No, that's
they're going to talk about that now beforehand. Good. Bachman is livid about it.
Yeah, it looks like the back judge in here around the 40 or the 50 should have been able to see underneath, Doug.
Right.
Because the guy up here who called it, the line judge who called it a catch, I mean, he's got a bad angle, but, yep, they're going to give it.
Not going to overrule it when there's only one of them that says, yeah, I had a good clear angle of it, so you have to go with that.
Yeah. Of course, I understand Jayton being off a little bit there, but boy, we gave him a lot of space there on that one.
West Monroe converts their first down. They're out to the 41-yard line. Snap is back. Looked like his ball's on the ground, and it's going to be fell on by the Trojans. Is that Gaines that came up with that one?
Yes, it is. Garrett Gaines.
Now, here's the question. The quarterback's saying, look, my knee touched, and I was down.
No, he lost the ball.
They're getting a football in from the Trojans, and, boy, that's just as big as one as you'll find.
Yeah, he lost it on the exchange before.
I don't know if we have that one. Let's take a quick look at that one, courtesy of BU Designs. Once again, we will see on your screen, I thought the quarterback's knee hit the ground here. It was very, very close. And that would have made him down, and I think people stopped. Yeah, but the quarterback, before he hands it off, I thought his knee hit the ground. That's not for us to decide. Back to live action from the 40. Toss back goes to JT. JT's showing that patience, spins to the inside, gets to the 38-yard line and a pickup 2 yards. This is Sellers in there at quarterback once again. Look for him to go the first couple of series, and you'll normally see Max Gassett, the other sophomore sensation, come in around the third series of this. Townsend in there, H-back just off to the left. JT flanked to the right. He gets it up the middle, banging around. And, in years past, we would have somebody stopped after a yard gain, and they would fall forward for about 3 or 4. We've got one of those backs.
Yeah, for sure. And Doug, that's 11 carries to 11 rushes to 2 pass attempts. Not the way I would have started.
And
I would have thought.
One of them's a touchdown.
Yeah. So it just that's the great thing about this offensive, this staff in general. But I would have thought we would have come out trying to spread it out, and we've been rushing the ball.
3rd down and 3. Back to pass is Sellers. He's got a chance to pump that one and throws it where 2 receivers were. JT was out there, and it also looks like Darius were in the same spot. That'll be 4th down. Trojans went for it earlier. They'll do it again here. But I echo that. The offensive line is really giving him some time. Now, is that a credit to the number of folks that West Monroe's rushing or not rushing, Nick, or is it just good work?
No, I think it's good work because, their front 4 has been able to put pressure on a lot of people so far.
4th down and 3, 2 receivers to the top. Fontenot, the lone receiver, and he's got some good space. That's one of those he could catch and go, or maybe a pump fake and go deep. A lot of things working in the Trojans' favor as they try to convert and move the sticks. There's a play action now. Sellers is going to have to roll out. He's going to get rid of this one, and he just gets hammered from behind by who else? Parker Todd. Yeah, he's been on, I think, every single play that there is.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a busted play or design like that, and the Rebels just covered it real well. But, you don't lose anything there, Doug. So, this is where they started. So,
yeah, but you sure like the opportunity to get this into the end zone and get some more points out of there. But points off of turnovers, the Trojans have been solid on this year, unable to convert and give a turnover on downs there. 2:10 to go. See that on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. It also shows you the Trojans lead this one 7-0. Snap is back. There's a quick hitter over to the far side and driven out of bounds.
Yeah, Jay Lou there,
2nd down.
Forcing him out of bounds there. So, but that's just an extended run play for this Rebel offense.
Well, and that's what Coach Bogman told us about that play to Fontenot last week. That was our cool play of the game. They call that kind of a wide receiver run. Just try to get him 4 to 6 yards out of there and do something. Yeah. And he got 4.
Make it manageable, yeah.
2nd down now and 6, 3 to the near side. Watch for the run up the middle, and it is. He bounces it off left side, trying to pursue and not doing it. Defensive back having to come in and make the tackle.
Well, on the Terry picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, Jayton Terry there. I don't know if it was a tackle or a takedown, but by the offense, but we'll credit him for that. And Thibodeau was there. He just couldn't quite catch the young man, but he beat his lineman.
Ball's on the 40.
1 to the top, 2 to the near side. Wide side of the field is closest to us. 1st down and 10 from the 44. Handoff goes up the middle. Good work by the interior line of the Trojans for just a couple of yard pickup.
Yeah, that was Nelson and Townsend. First time we've called their names tonight.
Yeah, good to see Nelson in there getting some work done.
Jackson Townsend, if
those of you scoring at home.
Yeah, or just starting with us.
Terry at cornerback over here on this side now. Frazier.
Frazier, yeah.
Yeah, Jay Frazier out there at corner. Second down and a long 8. Play action, now looking to pass, getting pressured over the top once again. And boy, Jay was close to that one, shaking his head there, and that was not as nice as that earlier pass that he overshot. That one was defended quite well.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Jay a pass break up there. I mean, he's there, he's in position, and I think he deserves it.
Absolutely. 51 seconds remaining on the clock.
Just remember with my stats, it doesn't help their NIL.
Doesn't help any of it, without a doubt.
But good coverage there by Jay Frazier.
Another big third down here for West Monroe. The ball sits at their 44-yard line. Got to get into Trojan territory. There's a snap throw and a little bit of a screen. Trojans do not tackle. Good downfield blocking. Ball is out again, and the Trojans look like they've fallen on it, and they have. And they have. Trojan football. How about that one? Let's take a look at it one more time. You'll see this play come in, and boy, this is all of what West Monroe wanted to do. But for the second time tonight, they've put the ball on the turf, and it's just good game tackling. Trojans falling, and it looked like Frazier is the one that fell on that one.
Yeah, Frazier recovered. I think that was Carrot Gaines who with the hit. So
knocked it out. Loose. That's right. Trojans now, their third possession. First time I think that they've started on their own side of the field. Darbon to the near side.
Darbon.
West Monroe stacks him up there, 34 and 33 seconds on the game clock until the end of the first. Expect the Trojans to go with another one. JT back in there. Now it is JT and Vaughn in the backfield together.
Yeah, 2 yard loss on that one, Doug.
Duncan to the near side. There's a play action. They've got JT out of the backfield on the wheel route. He's got that complete out to the 49-yard line. Give him the 48. And the clock will stop there. Flag on the play. They're going to call holding against the Trojans. But that was a beautiful pass by Max Gassett.
Yeah, I was about to write down the 16-yard completion, but hold penalty there on the Trojans.
Well, I mean, that was just like he dropped it in JT's hands.
Yeah, so that was right at the line of scrimmage. So,
yeah. Trojans now find themselves deep in a hole. Second down, Nick, and 22, is it? Got to get to the 44-yard line, and they rest at the 22, so you have 22 yards to go. Gassett not a stranger to hanging on to one and taking off and running. But you got to look at that lurking linebacker in the form of number 42, Parker Todd. He and number 50, the two middle linebackers, just solid. Back to pass is Gassett. That one again to JT, but overshoots him.
Ball was intended for Lindsay.
Yeah, number 7 there for West Monroe. That would be Lilly. It was kind of in between him and JT, and he had to try to, throw it over him and just a little high.
Buckeye up 13-0 in their game over, I believe, Vidalia. Is that who they're playing? Yeah.
Yes.
Homecoming.
Yes, it is.
Boy, what a crowd they had out at Rio Rojo DeVille on Thursday night. Thursday night at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, they're doing a great job with stuff over there.
If we didn't have that little event going on Thursdays at 7, man, it'd be neat to go out to that one. But what a crowd we had at walk-ons on Thursday night. Snap is back.
Yeah.
False start's going to get them. And the Trojans will be facing 3rd and 27.
Yeah, Townsend and Lofton both left a little early on that one.
This is one of those, Nick, that you just got to get whatever yardage you can and give your punter an opportunity to get something going.
High school football, Doug. I mean, you have all the momentum going your way on that 16-yard completion. You have a hold and then another penalty right after, and
That's the end of the first quarter.
That'll do it for the first quarter play. We'll take it with them, and then we'll pick back up on those thoughts. Trojans have it 7-0 lead, but they're facing a 3rd and 27 when we come back for the second quarter. You're watching Ash Trojan football right here on 446 Sports. We are back here. You see that on-field Brody cam. Brody understands now what it's like to come up in the press box and have a little pregame meal that's brought to us by La Bistro Coffee and Waffle Bar. Look, their food when you go in the restaurant is amazing, but get their catering. That's top notch. Trojans now going from left to right, have to get all the way out to the 44-yard line, and the ball rests on the 17 right now. So 3rd down and 27. Watch for a little, jailbreak screen, wide receiver screen, something like that. Snaps back, or a toss to JT always works.
Yeah,
he'll get out to the 21.
Yeah, so 3 yards there. Something, Darius was looking at the sideline with his hands open. He didn't even know what the play was. So very unfortunate on that turnover, Doug, that we didn't get a chance to at least switch the field.
Yeah, and now, unfortunately, the field is there. You've got to keep an eye on this return man, too.
See if we get him to turn. So we can...
Number 2. He's one of the number 2s out here. We just need Crenshaw to get his best one out.
Yeah, I would say that's
Snap is back. It's low, but he gets it. The kick is up. It's short. It's coming over to the near side, and it's going to check up and not even make it. Yeah, go ahead and touch it, Trojan, so it doesn't go any further back. But this is by far the best starting field position for West Monroe.
Yeah, we've had time of possession. We've had the 2 turnovers and only 1 touchdown to show for it, so it's not the best start.
No, and you let them hang around and let them hang around. This is one of those opportunities. This Trojan defense is going to have to bend its back here, because West Monroe is not at a point where they're going to punt the ball away starting down here on the 37 by any means.
It's like Miles into the running back, Doug.
Under center now this time. That's what we've seen a lot of out of these Rebels. Pitch goes to the far side. Good work there by Xavier to finish that off. Just a pickup of 2.
Yeah, Xavier met him in the hole, and Nelson
there also, yeah.
So good work there by those 2 for only 2-yard gain.
Hobbs on the tackle. Maybe 2 yards on the
West Monroe, the thing that scares you, they've been close on their passes that have been over the top. Just have to keep an eye out on that. Don't think, of course, they'll go over the top here from just the 35. They want to continue to grind it out. They know they're just a touchdown down in this one. 2nd down and 8 from the Trojan 35. Delayed kind of a handoff, and off the left side, coming up and just diving, not making a tackle. Trojans unable to get the ball carrier down, and he gets into the end zone. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missed tackles right there.
Yeah, there's going to be a flag there on his celebration, but that was 22 Ponte. That's usually the fullback. They put him at tailback, and he just ran through everybody.
Dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct. That'll be assessed on the kickoff. But, Nick, you have 2 golden opportunities off turnovers to put this team, put it up 14, maybe 17, 21-0, and you're finding yourself in a 1 score away from a tie. And they like to run the ball out of this swinging gate.
Yeah, it's kind of a different situation here. They have 22 over here behind. They have their kicker actually as the tight end on the outside, and
then 17 the kicker. Yeah, he comes back into it here. So extra point opportunity away from tying this thing up. Snap is back, kicks there. It is up, and it is good. 7-7. Trojans miss on a couple of golden opportunities. West Monroe gets this one on a short punt, takes it to the house. We'll be back. We're tied at 7 on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Again, Nick Magnano and 446 Sports back to bring you Ash Trojan football. West Monroe scores there to make it 7-7. 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct moves the kickoff back from the 40 to the 25. So still should be good field position. Darius Washington and JT Lindsay back to receive. West Monroe will onside kick it. I really think they'd surprise everybody if they tried to do it from 25, though, Nick.
Yeah, for sure. You know, their kicker on the extra points, he does a 1.5 step
right
on the extra point. Then on the field goal, he does a 3 step. So kind of curious to see if that may affect him, you know, if he is in a long field goal position.
Puts foot into this one, and it goes back to Darius. He'll field it at the 18-yard line. D-Dub's got it. Switches gears. It comes to the 30. Now cuts back inside 35 to the 38-yard line where the Trojans will take over. But they've been no stranger to starting off in good field position.
Yeah, I mean, broken record, Doug, but this is West Monroe's MO right here. I mean, you know, 3 possessions in the first half so far. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. It's just...
And shorten the game. Yep. Shorten it by possessions and shorten it by time. Officials are taking a timeout here. We'll see what they're working on. Looks like a West Monroe player is down on the field. We'll keep it right here. 7-7, Tioga and Wassman. Logansport up 22-0 over St. Mary's in that one. 13-0 Buckeye into the first. 21-7 Neville into the first.
1-1-2-6.
And remember, Pineville had the lead in that one. 7-0.
Yeah, that looks like Maddox Dunn, sophomore defensive lineman, and looks like he's holding his arm, so it's either a shoulder or an arm injury.
Best wishes to that young man, Duncan, and Washington to the far side. Townsend, the H-back to the near. West Monroe shifts like they do, and the handoff goes to JT. JT high-stepping, rolls, carries down to the 49, and that's a first down. Give him 11 on that one.
Yeah, 11 straight up the middle behind, you know, Morris and Pearl and Reed there.
Indeed, it is first down and 10 from the 49-yard line. He'll get it again. Off left side, trying his way. Still carrying, folks. They stop him after a 5-yard gain, but we'll take 5 yards every carry.
For sure. And,
they'll officially give him 4 on that one, make it second down and 6.
Yeah, Letzinger, 83, tight end coming in. Townsend's on the end, and Letzinger's kind of like a little H-back there, and they're following him through the hole as well.
Jimmy and D-Dub to the near side now. No receivers to the top of the field. H-back is off to that left side, and it's Townsend. Quick throw this time, and it's Darius. He's got it. Trying to shake and bake a little bit. Gets down to the 37, and that's a first down for the Trojans.
Yeah, 10-yard completion there from Sellers to Darius. Darius' his first catch of the game.
Darius leads the Trojans in receiving this season. I think he's got right at 400 yards.
Yep.
Handoff is back to JT. Gets a good head of steam. Stutter steps. Runs over the official. Uses it for a block. Hits the circle button. Spins forward to the 18. And that's another big Trojan first down.
17-yard gain there.
And about 30 yards on the last couple of plays for JT. Save for the pass in the middle of them.
Yeah, and if he doesn't hit the umpire, he might be in the end zone right now.
Snap is back. Toss comes to JT this time. Boy, that offensive line is getting some big yards for JT. That one down at the 13.
7 yards there, man. I think We're kind of West Monroe and West Monroe, huh?
Cramps.
Oh,
Cramps are starting to set in, and this humidity is getting to folks.
Mr. Whiplash, 5701.
Good to see that young man up and back going.
he does have a knee brace on that leg, Doug. So maybe
on site. Support locally owned all Trojan.
this is
Right.
our offensive game plan has been kind of West Monroe like, hasn't it?
It has. Just go get it. 2nd down and 2, I guess. They give him 8 second and 3. Give him 7 on that carry. Von Darbon in at running back now. Duncan and Washington top of the field. Snap is back. Vaughn's got it up the middle. He's got room. Banging his legs around down to the 6-yard line. Give him the 7. And it's a first down for the Trojans.
Another 7-yard gain there for the Trojans.
Well, this is certainly how you want to answer a drive like West Monroe had. Snap is back. Vaughn's got it again in the middle, banging around. You got to get in the end zone. It's 1st and goal. Now 2nd and goal from the 4.
It's on the tackle.
And another 4-yard gain there for Vaughn.
JT will find his way back in, and a timeout taken by West Monroe. And they're trying to just gather their thoughts. We're going to take it with them at the 8:09 mark. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Ash Trojan football right here on 446 Sports.
The fine folks.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Back live here at JL Butch Stoker Stadium. Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. Appreciate the crew. Roger outside, Brett inside here. JG, Jason Crooks. You might have seen him in the Windy City. Saw a Mike Ditka sighting on there, and that was cool to see. We'll get those pictures up for you. That was a trip of a lifetime. Said no more New York style pizza. It's all about the deep dish. It's a pie. 8:09 to go here until halftime. Trojans send Duncan in motion. JT in the backfield. He gets it. Toss to the near side. Everybody pulling. JT hit the pylon. Touchdown. JT Lindsay. Touchdown Trojans. That offensive line, Nick, just a concerto of precision the way that they moved.
Yeah, it's just, I tell you, from camp in August till now, it's amazing.
Goodness gracious, what a move. We'll look at it again. We'll keep it here. Let's watch the PAT. Try for point coming for Mesh. Looking to get back to that 7-point lead. Snap is high, but it's down, and that one's up. And it is good. 14-7. Trojans lead it. Let's go back in time and look at FBU Designs touchdown for JT Lindsay. Look at that offensive line just get out and pull.
Yeah, I mean.
And he dives. What a tremendous switch to that cone side camera angle. Oh, baby, what a switch.
So, Doug.
Yes, sir.
We've had 26 offensive plays.
Right.
Okay. 20 of them have been running plays. I mean, I don't blame them.
Right.
But would you have thought that?
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
You know, I mean, I've only been covering now 18 games,
but you go out there and you do what's working. And Coach Bogman and I talked in our pregame that we do, and he said, look, we're going to go out there, we're going to try this, we're going to try that, and then we're just going to get to what works. Eli Fong set now his first attempt at kicking from the left to the right. And, that's a high pooch here. I don't think we've seen one out the Trojans. Going to get there and run that one out of the bounds at the 33. But that certainly prevents a big, long run back, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's Miles there on the return, and called it cleanly, went out of bounds with about the 34 is where he started.
33. I mark him at the 33, yep.
And it's like you said. I mean, their first 2 kickoff returns were, just
They were, dangerous. They were
yes.
a 1 or 2 away from housing it.
Yeah, so that's a good adjustment there.
So Alex Fontenot from Sellers for 1 touchdown. JT Lindsay for the next one. The Trojans lead this one 14-7.
Yeah, and 22, Ponte's back at your fullback position.
He had the touchdown earlier.
No, I'm sorry, it's 5. Excuse
Toss goes to the backside, and good work crashing in from the far side is Carrot Gaines.
Yeah, Gaines and Townsend there. Give Gaines the tackle. Townsend was close.
Just a yard gain, and great work as he comes off of that outside linebacker spot. A linebacker and a safety body, isn't that what you told us about him?
Yes, Cortez for sure, but yeah, Gaines is definitely filling that role as well. And just like Jalen Kirk last year, I mean that's they call it the star position at LSU, but if you can tackle like that, you can run like that. Let's go, let's do it.
Well, Gaines came all the way up from that safety position to make that one. No, he's from the far side over here. Tackle is made there.
Yeah, Fonte there, the running back there, the fullback there, which is a traditional position, but except for that one play when he went to tailback, Hobbs on the tackle there.
7:05 and counting. You see that courtesy of the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. It does show you your Trojans on top 14-7. 3rd down and 5 from the 39-yard line. Trojans need to stop here. Boy, you got to let running back drops back about 8 yards deep in the I formation. Trying to get a good survey of the field. He'll get this one, get ahead of steam, but he is stopped by the interior line of the Trojans. Oh, they mark him for the 1st down, and it'll be out to the 44. I thought they had him stopped.
I did too. Bayon and Xavier there. First time we called Bayon's name all night, but very good sophomore defensive end.
Bayon, one of those that's going to be a good one. J-Lou in man coverage out to the near side. There's 2 receivers, one at the top, one at the near side. Both. You got 9 men in the box and receivers out on islands here. 9 men aren't helping. No good submarine tackle there.
Yeah, that looks like, is that Gaines or that's, I think that's Gaines. They are just, that's the thing about them. They will bust one of those runs just like Ponte did earlier, so we gotta watch that. Good work there by Gaines on the.
Good look at the student section for the Trojans. Go Trojans across the front of them, and great work on the Brody Cam. 2nd down and 4. Ball just on the Trojan side of midfield. Snap is back, and handoff goes up the middle again. Trojans recipient of a couple of turnovers in this one, and you got somebody that rolled up an ankle. It was like the big tight end, 87.
Yeah, Elijah and Spikes on the tackle there, so see we can't hold him here on his 3rd and short.
3rd down and 1 for West Monroe. Ball rests at the 47 of the Trojans, 5:28 and counting here in this one.
Be awake on the back end.
Showing pressure. They come with the blitz, and there it is. But beautiful work. Beautiful work by the quarterback, and that gets it out because that Ponte again at 22.
Yes. Gains on the tackle there, but I mean, that's exactly what you have to watch out for them. And we were awake on the back end. Fortunately, Gaines was there.
It was just great play calling against the pressure. Never had to check out of that at all. And now they're back to where they were when they started that possession last time and got the big run from here, 5:03. West Monroe would like to grind off as much of this time as they can, knowing that the Trojans get the ball to start the 2nd half.
Need to be making some noise, Trojan fans, when he's changing the play.
12 seconds, now under 10 on the play clock. He keeps it, tries to pitch that one back, and does. Great work by the back to get those because he had 3 Trojan defenders looking at him and pushes forward for 6 yards.
Yeah, it looks like Cortez was there and Townsend was there, but 8 yards, 7 yards is not going to cut it on the first down.
No, and on a play that was somewhat busted too.
Yeah.
West Monroe getting off their blocks and able to establish that secondary line of scrimmage on the last couple of drives. Watch for the reverse. Comes to the near side. Got to come across the field, does gain, and he does a good job of getting that tackle, but not before the 1st down is registered. Good pursuit by Carrot Gaines coming all the way across to make that.
Doug, I have him with 8 tackles total, 7 solos, and that's not what you want from be your leading tackler.
No, not at all. So earlier I identified Gaines, and that was Williams that had came up and made that play earlier.
Yeah, Latravius.
Yep. West Monroe at it once again. Handoff goes off to the right side and still continuing to turn those legs on the first down run that picks up 4-10 and counting in a rapidly moving 52 minutes last week was the first quarter.
Yeah.
We're nearing halftime at 48 minutes.
Yeah, Xavier with the tackle there, and Miles helped him up, and they gave each other a pat on the lid. You know, there's mutual respect there from those two.
Just game recognizing game, no doubt about that. Boy, you're right on the line of scrimmage down on the field camera. Look at that. Handoff is back up the middle. Good work. Almost like Brett was in the huddle right there.
Yeah, Mason and Townsend there. Townsend probably brought him down for a short game there.
Third down and 4. Ball rests at the 15-yard line.
Watch that play action here, Doug.
Crowd starting to get into it a little bit here at the encouraging from our PA announcer extraordinaire, Ronnie Schwartz. Snap is back. Trying to hang on. And he's got to keep it up the middle. It's going to be 4th down. DeJean doesn't quite get there. It'll be 4th down and a half a yard maybe. Boy.
Townsend and Cortez there on that one.
Trojan defense has been valiant in this one. West Monroe running all the way down. Thought they might have tried to take a timeout. Trojan fans getting loud. Watch quarterback over the middle. They'll give it to the fullback, and he's going to barrel his way through for 2 yards and pick up a West Monroe first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5.
Yeah, Mason there on the tackle.
1st and goal for the Rebels.
This is just
football. Look, when you look back at District 2 5A football and say, hey, this is going to be tough, this is week in and week out, baby. This is what this is. 2:23 and counting. And again, West Monroe would like to try to take this down, run 3 plays here and get into the end zone and not give the Trojans any time to try to get one before the half. Well, there's one of them that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, Thibodeau there first. Xavier cleans it up. Doug, I've watched a bunch of film on West Monroe, and I haven't seen Ponte in the tailback position.
It's certainly that's right.
I could be wrong. I haven't watched every play, obviously, but
he's there now.
Yeah, and he was there last play too.
They like to run with that athletic fullback. And Ponte's going to get it again off on the far side, and he gets dropped. It'll be 3rd down and goal from just about the 2.5 to 3 yard line, maybe.
Yeah, Xavier and Jackie Townsend there. So.
Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll get scores from around the area. We'll do that. We'll visit with Coach Thomas Bachman after the half and get ready for a second half. But right now, we've got 1:07 to go in this one here in the second quarter. Trojans lead at 14-7. Ponte back at tailback, 8 yards deep. West Monroe switches from right to left. Snap is back and the toss comes near side, bobbled around, but Ponte is going to walk into the end zone. Had an opportunity for him, but just slipped out, and that brings West Monroe to within 1. Trojans will have 47 seconds to do some work. Got to be careful here of West Monroe. They will absolutely, because you bring out Ponte is the one behind the gatekeeper, if you will.
Yeah, he handed the ball to the official that time. he didn't want to give up that 15 yards that time.
Settling back in for the PAT go the Rebels. They will look to tie this thing at 14. Snap is back, and it's a good one. Kick is up. It's good as well. 14-14. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're tied at 14. You're watching Ash Trojan football right here on 446 Sports.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
The big long West Monroe scoring drive, 14-14, chewed up a lot of clock. I don't know where that drive started. I mean, the time that it started, it had to be, what was it, about 6-7 minutes?
Yeah, for sure. From their own 33.
Yeah, on that drive after the sky kick that went out of bounds. So West Monroe answers right back. Trojans do have 47 seconds, and they are a quick strike offense. We'll see what happens here. That was kind of a squib down the middle, going to get picked up, bounce around. Somebody's got to fall on it. The Trojans do. Boy, that was scary.
Yeah, little
46 seconds.
Hayden Burford there on as the up back, and him and D-Dub came and cleaned it up, fortunately.
Trojans will start from the 24-yard line and look for a screen or a draw or something like that, maybe to try to bust something big. Don't think the Trojans are opposed to going over the top here either. Let's see what we've got. Darius and Jimmy to the near side. You got Alex, and is that looks like Ray that's out there at the far side? He's
Kirtland Bates, I think. No, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bates is just a little taller than Ray. There's that middle screen that's set up. Lindsey nowhere to go. He's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage. And Trojans should have all three of their timeouts. I don't know. They got 2 remaining.
Heard a horn, but the wrong one.
29 and 28 and 27.
Yeah, very smart player there, and with Parker Todd, and he was all over that play.
That's Sellers in at quarterback, and they're in no hurry. They switch JT from right to left. This should probably be, barring an incompletion, the final play of the game. JT's got it to the near side. JT says, don't give up on it yet. They get out to the 40 with 2 and 1. They'll stop the clock with 1 second remaining, and the Trojans, will call timeout.
17-yard gain there on JT on his 16th carry of the half.
It's halftime.
They don't do it. It's halftime here. The Trojans will go, and we'll get a chance to talk to head coach Thomas Bachman when we come out. We're going to take an extended break. When we come back, we'll show you the sights and sounds of halftime, and we'll do all of this right after this. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me Kimberly Harrell.
Here's the Salto. The director is Melissa Shepard. Tonight, the Raiders perform to Respect. At this time, please welcome to the field the junior senior high Trojans defense line.
Eason Hall, đi phi quật hậu. We did all but if you got help, but that will come up in several songs. We go on the six projects to check the other couple of needed for that. But the kind of problems getting to talk from specifically one, review the form. Also, that the indicates or the dates not in the
And that's it for Trojans. Please direct your attention to the field for the Trojan Band of Class halftime performance under the direction of Sean McQuinn and lead drummer Major Jasmine Lavalaise, performing the best of the boys' bands featuring titles I Want It That Way, Drag Me Down, and Bye Bye. Drum Major, is your band ready? the Trojan Band 2024.
It next is about the okay. I'm in. All right. Yeah, I see you down there. Where's T-Buck? All right, I'm switching them. Ready? And we are back. Check. And there we go. We're back to JL Butch Stoker Stadium. Nick Magnano joins us on the sideline. Nick, what's it look like down there, buddy? Hang on, Nick. I don't hear you. So let me see if you hear me. There you go, Nick. Let's try it again. What do you see down there?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I got you.
Yeah. The Trojans coming out. They're ready to go. Focus. Coach Bachman's talking to the quarterback, getting them lined out, and just a lot of excitement down here.
Well, you see, this is at 14-14. You get the ball coming out of the second half. It's a good spot for you in a game like this because there's been a lot of times that these games were not close at halftime.
Yeah, Doug, it was just great first half for the spectators. Not necessarily, obviously we want to be leading, but Coach Bachman's coming up.
We're good. Take it away. Camera's on you. Let's get a camera down on Bachman and.
Oh, Coach, first half 14-14. You guys came out running the ball really well. What's the first half? We've got a second half of football to play. We'll be in the air all the way through. Got to make the play. We got to put the kids in position to make plays. Got to make the plays, right? Yeah. Coach, the P4. Yep, that's been big. Been a big part of it. We got to do something when you force turnovers. You got to do something with them. That's the disappointing. That's the turnovers. Now we got to go score points with them. Yeah, so get out there and do it. Doug, I don't know if you could hear it. Definitely intense. Of course, the band, West Monroe band is playing, and the West Monroe team coming under the student section, and they're getting a lot of boos. So, but you can definitely tell that Coach Bachman's ready for this second half.
While we got you, Nick, on the scene right there, move your clipboard a little bit and let's get a look at that Tackle Breast Cancer shirt. That is a shirt that 446Sports has come up with. You can reach out to us and message you. The shirts are $20 that you see, and $8 of the proceeds are going to go to the National Breast Cancer Awareness Foundation. We're supporting breast cancer awareness and research here in the month of October. So there you go, Nick.
Yeah, Doug, we'll see you up there in just a few minutes.
There you have it. Nick Magnano joining us on the sideline, and he'll get us back here. So part of it, we're just about 3 minutes to go on our 18-minute half. We'll take another break and be back. When we come back, it'll be just about time to kick this thing off. And we'll do all well, or did we already go through our 3 minutes? No, they got 3 minutes. We'll be right back. Oh, never mind. Let's stay here, and let's go to Brett with our Brett, you tell them where we're at.
This is Brett Stallsby with the Foster Community Halftime Score Report, and we're going to run through a few of the scores right quick. Locally in Sinlaw, we have Gina is down 8-13 to the Marksville Tigers. Pineville is down 10-21 to Neville. It is 14-14 your Trojans and the West Monroe Rebels. Let's see. We have Northwood is down 8-16 to Montgomery. Well, Leesville is down 14-35 to the Iowa Yellow Jackets. We'll switch over. Let's see. Ruston is up 8-0 at halftime over Washita. And while I'm looking through scores, I do want to remind you of a few volunteer opportunities with the foster community. It is Socktober. If you have any socks that you want to give, if you want to send your from a retailer to the foster community, they are over there on Prescott Avenue. You can go to their Facebook page to see the exact address, and those ladies will be glad to help you. It is also time to switch over from the spring wardrobe to the winter and fall wardrobe. So they are looking for volunteers to pick up hourly shifts
to switch everything out. And if there's anything else that you're wanting to do, if you're wanting to volunteer, to become a foster parent, to get involved at all in the foster community, they will be glad to help you out. The ladies over there are great, and that is a charity that means a lot to us here at 446 Sports. Let's see if we can catch any more sports, right? Any more scores. Do we have the Menard Oakdale score? We're going to see if we can get that for you. Unfortunately, due to administration, we were unable to broadcast that game tonight, but we'll get that for you. It is 0-0 at halftime between Grant and Peabody. That's a great game over there. It is 0-0 at the second overtime for Oakdale. Was 13-0 Oakdale was leading Menard in the first quarter. That's the last we have on our. Okay, so the last we have is 13-0 in the first quarter. Oakdale over Menard. And with that, I will send it back to Nick and Doug.
Thank you, Brett. Great job with those scores that are coming around. You can also get your fill of them at our Saddlers Towing scrolling scoreboard down along the bottom, and they're looking at that kickoff return team getting ready to come out. You see Coach Bachman giving them that last little bit of instruction. Take your eyes just above the Trojan helmets there, and that's our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. You see it. It is deadlocked at 14 in this one. Ash held at West Monroe, got the ball back, went down and scored, made it 7-0. Had an opportunity to get up big after a couple of turnovers, unable to do anything. West Monroe goes down and scores. Ash comes back. Here comes West Monroe right back the other way, playing West Monroe football. Trojans have shockingly ran the ball more than they thought. Nick, how does it look on rushing yards?
Yeah, JT has 16 carries, 103 yards, and 1 touchdown. Vaughn has 5 carries for 20 yards. Carson's 4 for 6, 25 yards, and 1 touchdown. Alex, leading receiver, 2 for 15 yards and 1 touchdown.
There you go. We are ready to get things going here. West Monroe will kick off right to left. Last time they kicked it, they did that kind of a squib kick down the middle that squirreled us up a little bit. JT and Darius back. Their heels rest on the 10-yard line. Boy, as quick as that first half was, we are back in action here. Put the ball, and we are underway. That one's going to find its way back to the end zone and does, and the Trojans will have it without benefit of the return. Goodness gracious. The first half, it has been
progressive construction.
It's hard to believe it went by that fast, Doug.
So that score that Brett gave us from up in northeast Louisiana at the half, Ruston 8, Ouachita 0.
Wow.
Wow, that's what I said.
You know, we've never doubted the athletes and the size at Ruston. I mean, at Ouachita.
Not at all.
Ouachita Pairs. Just a matter of getting it done on the field.
Here we go. 2 receivers to the near side. Sellers in at quarterback with JT. The toss goes back to JT. JT's up the middle, bangs off a defender, and he's breaking to the outside 30, now 40. To the 50 goes JT. Pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line and took on that hit from the West Monroe defender, and big-time run.
41-yard rush there. Great way to start the second half for your Trojans.
Look, that is what the folks in Baton Rouge and the SEC are ready to see. A big power bruising back with breakaway speed. He'll get the toss to the near side this time. He's met in the backfield, and a face mask is going to come in, we believe. That came in all the way from the defensive backfield, and what it looked like they had, they'll call holding against the Trojans, and it came from the defensive backfield.
Yeah, the umpire threw the flag. It's
Trojans.
Holding against the Trojans. That'll be 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Make it first down at 20.
You know, remarkably, Doug, that's only our third penalty for 25 yards. So.
Yeah, but it's been some big ones, and it puts the Trojans back behind the sticks. Moving the ball over to the far hash from where we are. That'll make this the wide side of the field. Jimmy Duncan in at the hash is the slot back. Darius on the numbers. Got 1 foot on the 5 and 1 on the 0. This will come back to D-Dub. D-Dub, a little shake there. A little twist there, driven out of bounds, and he'll get back to penalty yardage and about 3 more. I give him 12 on that one. So he'll get back to penalty plus 2. Second down and 8, which is, if I recall, about 2 yards better than that stop that they had on JT.
Yes, it is. Darius' second reception of the night. You know,
handoff goes up the middle. That's Vaughn. Vaughn is going to be to the 36-yard line. They're 37. All of a sudden, now the Trojans have third down and long. Still better off than they were with that penalty. Alex Fontenot now in at receiver. He'll go all the way to the far side. He'll get over to the numbers, and Jimmy will settle in the slot. Well, there's a lot of room over the middle if you send Jimmy down about 10 yards and let him break for the goalpost.
This Trojan offense has been pretty much taking what the Rebels are giving them.
Boy, that one safety, now the safeties come up. You got so many guys in the box and play action. There's that move. Tanner down the middle. Tanner plays defensive back and knocks that away.
We talked about the Jack Hunt. 34 is the modern-day Jack Hunt back there. And
boy, if you get that ball up, though, it seemed like it kind of died in the air. Yeah. Tanner was streaking down the middle of the field.
Actually, that's Jaden Neck, junior DB, and he covered a lot of ground there because Tanner was wide open.
DB's back off now about 7 or 8 yards. Back to pass to Sellers. He zips this one high in the air and driven incomplete. And just standing and staring over Darius as he tackles him. And emphatic look over at the Trojans bench, saying, "Hey, we got you here now. Let's go."
Yeah, he was in D-Dub's back. I don't know. I mean, it was boom boom. So,
well, I just think Darius had to go up for the ball, and he went up there and just he brought him down hard, is what it was. But football is a physical, brutal sport. From the 36 is where West Monroe will take over. First down and 10:39 to go. Trojans just use a little bit of time. Mark it down 10:39. We'll see where the Trojans get it back. Oh, good work inside. That's
Jay Frazier.
Jay Frazier coming up from the cornerback spot and making a great tackle.
Yeah, that was Miles there on that run.
What you got to prevent is West Monroe from keeping it for 6 or 7 minutes on a drive.
Yes. Definitely not letting them finish either.
Second down and 8. Coach Bachman brought up a good point. You get the turnovers, you got to finish them off with points, and the Trojans didn't do that. Could have been a little different game here. But it'll be third down and 5. Trojans defense has been solid, opening things up in the second. You know that Coach Mercer is going to have them on points.
Yeah, it's Jordan Mason, Jackson Townsend there.
Third down and a long for.
Yeah, got to watch the play action here, Doug. He's very good. He's very good at that. Of course, they are in the gun, which is a little different for them.
Yeah, but he likes to run it out of there, too. Snap is back. He's just going to drop back, pumping, going over the top. Good coverage over there. Boy, that is just solid coverage. Jayton Terry doing work.
Yeah, great work there by Jayton. I'm going to give him a pass break up there on his coverage.
Absolutely, you have to.
So what is Western? Yep, they're sending out the punt.
Oh, they got to punt it from here. Yeah, you can't. Your defense has played so well.
Yeah. I mean, this is the game they want to play. Take chances when they can, but try to keep the ball away from you as much as possible.
Trojans bring, 9 guys up. They look like they might be coming after it. You got to be careful. There's a snap to the up back. Going to fake this one. Xavier's got to get him, and he does. And down goes West Monroe. Oh, that is big time work by the X Factor, Xavier White.
Yeah, Doug, he had a lot of green, a lot of open green in front of him.
Let's take a look at that again if we have it here before the Trojans come out offensively. Well, this is one of those. maybe it didn't get back far enough on it, Brett. All right, we'll have it chopped up. That's going to be one of our big plays. You can believe that's a candidate for the Southern Air Cool play of the game.
Another great thing is he grabbed Jersey. He didn't grab the horse collar because, man, he was – what a play by Xavier.
Trojans start back in plus territory. This can be counted as a turnover. Because you get it here. Max Gassett in at quarterback. He'll tuck it and run. Instead, it's a snap throw over to Alex. Alex down to the 35-yard line.
Looks like
9 yards there for Fontenot. That's Max's first completion. He's 1 of 2 now.
Look, I mean, there's just no lack of confidence out of Max Gassett. Handoff up the middle. JT banging around, and he'll get down to the 30 for another Trojan first down. How big was that exchange following? Oh, my goodness. If he gets past X, they're probably...
It's D-Dub. It's him and D-Dub.
That's right.
Oh.
Going
to be false start against the Trojans. That'll back them up 5, put them behind the sticks.
Yeah, sophomore Lofton there. Just, the defense line shift. And
going to be a great one. Peter Lofton.
Yes, he is.
That'll be one of those guys you expect to reside over at left tackle and before his career's done and get a lot of D1 offers.
Yeah, we're kind of like LSU, Doug, with our tackles. Both of them are junior and sophomore.
Back to work go the Trojans at first down and 15. Gassett looking to go over the top. Got him, man! Knocked away, and what a tremendous play. Both those defensive backs can get there.
Yeah, that's Orlando Weber, and D-Dub had a step on him. He closed very quickly. Probably you throw that one to the post and, let him run under it, but man, that's easy for me to say from here.
Right. Second down now and 15 for the Trojans. Gassett looking for the screen, sets it up, but overthrows JT. And JT saying you got to loft that a little bit.
Well, that's our boy Parker Todd, who's in Max's face, and he's only 6'4".
Look, West Monroe is well versed on the screen. I can tell you that. Third down and 15. Still believe the Trojans are in some sort of a 4-down territory here, just by way of where they're at on the field. Snap is back. Good pressure up the middle, but a good block. Wide open is Jimmy to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Jimmy Duncan. Touchdown, Trojans.
Yeah, 36-yard pass there from Max with but if we see the replay, you're going to see
Let's go back
JT Lindsay pick up the block on the linebacker that blitzed. And
yep, you see it right there in the middle of your screen. And then Jimmy how he got that open, I'll have no idea.
Well, they sent the house, Doug, and that's what happens whenever you send the house. You got to get
a block.
That's right. You got to make sure somebody's, their mistake, our game. So great work there by JT, Max, and Jimmy.
Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. 21-14. Your Trojans lead at 8 even to go into third. We'll be back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
What a big second half in this one. Trojans go out. Then West Monroe, they got the fake and the stop, and the Trojans march down, and you'll have to go back and watch it to get a better detailed report than that. But wow, Eli Fong set to kick this one off. Skies that one up. Trojans could run under that. That's bouncing around now. Boy, you got to get out and tackle now. A lot of times that'll give you a chance. I just don't know that the Trojans got down there as fast as they could, but West Monroe was sideways on that.
Yeah, Clayton Dole taking out Miles there. And Dole looks like he's come up hobbled on with his left arm, but
Oakdale up 13-0 in that game in the third.
When Miles gets that ball, Doug, it makes me nervous.
Indeed, it does. 7:56 to go here, third quarter of play. You see it on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. You can see the others from around our family on the Sadler Towing scrolling scoreboard. Snap is back. Handoff up the middle. And, Coach, you've been around him for a while now, a couple of seasons. The halftime adjustments that Josh Mercer makes are pretty solid.
Yeah.
That group of defensive coaches really do a number.
Yeah, they do a good job. Elijah Nelson there with that one. Of course, Townsend was there to help finish it off. But, yeah, it's remarkable what they do at halftime.
Big shout out to Coach Mike Burns, the LCU Wildcats baseball team watching us. Certainly a big hello to him. Snap is back. West Monroe trying to go over the top now. Checks up, and now they got a tackle. Kobe Pope in there, along with who's getting up there now.
Cortez. No,
it's Williams, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Williams.
The 8 and the 9 look very similar, but Gaines a little bit bigger than Williams, I believe.
Yeah, we've got to make that tackle first time. I mean, it still would have been a first down, but save us about 6 yards there.
West Monroe back inside of Trojan territory to the 44-yard line. Handoff's going to go up the middle, but so is that Trojan. And look, that's what we talk, that falling forward that JT has got us used to the last couple of years. You see it from West Monroe.
Yeah, Spikes with contact there right at the line of scrimmage, but Miles falls forward for, 4 yards.
Second down, and they give him 6 on that. Second down and 6. 4-yard pickup, 6.5 to go. And West Monroe content just to grind and grind and grind on this one. They trail by 7, but don't care. Average giving up just about 18 points. Both of them score in the 40s. Nick, you told us if this game was down played in the 20s, that it favored West Monroe a little bit.
Well, it favors their style for sure. So Mason there, and let's see who's getting up kind of slow. It's Xavier. So good work there by those two. But yeah, that definitely favors them as far as their style of play.
Nelson swaps places with Spikes. He comes out.
Doug, I think they turned the air conditioning off at halftime. Is it that, or am I just...
You just in district play now, my friend. That's all. District 2-5 action is heating up, to say the least. Third down and 5. Snap is back. Play action. Brought over to the far side, complete. Nobody over there banging around. These receivers and running backs draw contact. I mean, they look to hit somebody.
Yeah, he goes over Jayton there. Jayton Cherry with the tackle, his second of the night. That's a big number. Caden Willis, senior running back.
Big shout out to Coach Jimmy Zachary and that Opelousas team. They go up to Natchitoches Central last night into 5A and win that game. So good to see a win out of that solid trip program. They're looking for a trip back to the Dome. First down and 10 goes West Monroe right up the middle, touchdown. Yeah, that's that play that just well, you're at the point of attack, and then it breaks down and they go right up the middle. And he'd have been good from 200 yards out.
I mean, that just reminds me of old Nebraska football. I mean, yeah, I know.
Northeast Louisiana football, my friend. Over in the swinging game. We'll get to that just a second. We'll keep it here and won't go to a break. They close the gate on there. You never know about that one. 21-20. One of the best kickers in the state here lining up to put this one through.
So we may have just given them an
opportunity to go for because they'll move it half the distance inside. Hopefully they stay where they're at and don't switch back out. In a game like this, though, the defense has been solid. I don't think you take that chance of chasing a point here. Of course, you watch that game they played Pulaski Academy. That's all they did. No punts, no extra points. Everything was go get it, onside kicks and all. But we're not in Pulaski anymore. That snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. 21 apiece here. We're tied with 5:06 to go. Nick, do you even remember the points you were making a moment ago?
No.
Okay, we'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Ash Trojan football right here on 446 Sports.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible, so if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
And we are back, J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium. Doug Gann, Nick Magnano bringing you district opener of District 2, 5A. JG in the booth with us. Jason's here. Brett's here. On camera is Roger down in the stands, and on the field is our man Brody. And that's the crew bringing you this action tonight. 5:06. We're tied at 21. Kick is up. It's high. And that's going to be one that Darius is able to return from the 3s out to the 10 now, off and going. That's back to the near side, does D-Dub. He's to the 30, 35, now 40, to the 50. Sling him down and get 15, and there you go. Trojans will start from the 22-yard line, and oh, baby, how about it there?
Yeah, that's Weber who actually, was covering D-Dub earlier on that great play, but he just got a little extra on the in the play there.
That's the way you want to answer it. Come back with a big run. Takes that from the 30 from the 3. So that's about a 55-yard return. Big shout out again to our Wildcats from LCU that are over in Houston getting ready for their big game tomorrow. They're watching. And so a big shout out to Coach Ben McLaughlin and all of those Wildcats. Bring us home a win back to Central Louisiana tomorrow, Wildcats. So you get a good look inside the huddle. 4:58 to go in the third. Trojans trying to get back on the lead.
Back for the Trojans.
Doug, with all the cutbacks and everything, just shows the discipline on the Trojans special teams to not hold, no block in the back, and it's good work there.
Darius ran right by him. 2 receivers stacked to the far side. Alex is the lone receiver on our hash. Checking his quarterback. Is that Carson that's back in there that sends JT out in motion? Back to pass is Sellers. Got a man down the seam. It's Townsend to the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tanner Townsend. Touchdown, Trojans. Let's take a look one more time. Watch him send JT in motion. That lets you know that they're going down the field. Good blocking by that offensive line. And why not take a shot at it over the top? There you go. Trojans back on top.
That's more we expected going into this game, Doug, was having. So now we got Max with a big touchdown pass. Carson with two big touchdowns.
So your defense gets up. Yeah. So be it. Go get it.
Yeah. Carson on the hold, Doug. D-Dub not holding right now.
Let's try to see that. All right. We'll keep it right here. Look, so Nick, I found something. Each time I've mentioned the Wildcats, the Trojans have scored. So Wildcats, 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 Wildcats. There you go.
Works for me.
That's good for 4 more of them. Guys, Nick, short drive, but take us through how big a momentum the kickoff return was and then the shot.
Yeah, I mean, big return there by D-Dub, but then also the penalty on Weber. Unfortunately, it looks like Darius is a little gimpy, so hoping he's okay. But then, they put JT in motion there and Carson to Tanner for the 29-yard touchdown, and first one for Tanner Townsend this year.
Trojans never throw to the tight ends.
Yeah. The He actually scored one earlier in the season, but came back for a hold.
That's right.
But
they tried to go to that from Gassett on the last series. It was open on that 4th down, but one goes over there and closes that up again.
Well, I think the biggest difference was, like you said, pre-snap, they put JT in motion, so that shifted the safety. It shifted everybody to the left side of our.
You're saying you got to pay attention to that young man just a little bit.
Yep, and that opened up Tanner right down the seam. So great work there by the Trojans.
Eli Fong set to put a foot into this. No pooch kick there. Kick that one back. It's on the ground, rolling around. It'll pick it up and get some good momentum out of it. Yeah, Eli's going to have to make a tackle. Eli going to the far side. He gets him one. We'll take that. He didn't do that soccer slide tackle, but we'll take that.
Yeah, I don't even have Eli on my stat sheet for defense, but I'll put him down right now. I don't want our kickers to have any tackles. But
I don't know that the Trojans will kick the ball off deep again tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, even when it bounces and it rolls around, it almost gives him a running start to pick it up, and that may have been more dangerous than anything else.
Yeah, and I mean, so far, of course, I know he has the 2 pooch kicks, but his 3 long kickoffs have not gone to the end zone. So
Wassman on top of Tioga, 19-17 in that one. They just scored. Tioga was up 17-13. Handoff right up the middle. Good stop and down. We'll take a look and see if X is back out there. He came off a little shaken up, I think, the last series. Yep, he's out there.
Grayson Thibodeau on that tackle there, and need somebody to make a big play here, Doug. We talked about the leadership, and let's do it on the field. We need a big play here by this Trojan defense.
2nd down and 7. 4 minutes to go, courtesy of our Wallace High Associates scoreboard. Up in the top.
Looks like West Monroe's a little confused here, Doug.
Down under 10, 8, and 7, and 6 on the play clock. Ball will be snapped there with a couple of seconds to go. To the near side, up the middle, touchdown, West Monroe. And something's been found on that interior side of the Trojans defense that, they're running over there. They may be looking to line up for that 2-point move this time.
Yeah, this is just Ali Frazier fight. One person lands a blow, the next person lands a blow, and it's just...
a lot of the message boards talk about this being a down year for West Monroe. All that does is fire the Rebels up. They're not down at all. Snap is back, kick is up, and we're tied at 28. We'll take a break and be back. 30 seconds. You're watching Ash Trojan football right here on 446 Sports.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
We are back live. J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium knotted at 28 apiece. It was 14-14 at halftime. These two teams are firing away at each other. Sky kick coming. It goes to the far side to JT. He's going to get it at the 9. You kick away from Darius, and it goes to JT. How about that? JT, stutter step into the 30. It's going to come all the way back no matter what. And almost like JT knew that. Boy, a late flag comes in behind the play for an illegal block, and it'll go back from, I believe, about the 18. So the Trojans will start deep in their territory, Nick.
Yeah. Looks like Letzinger the guy came in with the wedge, to bust up the wedge, and he just kind of grabbed him on the way by.
Buckeye up 26-6. I think they were in the start of the third, so it was halftime. It was 26-6. They'll mark this one off from the 19. Should go around the 8.5, 9.5, I guess, is probably where it'll sit. They mark the nose of the football on the 10. Is where they'll put it. So they mark it off from the 20-yard line. couple of penalties have been big ones in this third quarter, but the Trojans still have been able to flex some muscle. But that West Monroe offense has done the same.
Hey, Doug, KJ Ray in for Darius. So,
all right.
I think he might have gotten hurt on that late hit.
Toss to the near side is JT. That offensive line gets out and gives him some room, but JT down, and JT's had a lot of carries. He's been hit pretty hard tonight here in the second half.
3-yard gain there off this right side, and got him high and low on that one.
Got to work on some breathing room here. I'd like to see them mount a little bit of a time-consuming drive and let that defense rest some. That defense is just wore out over there.
Speed up back on the bottom. Here's that Ray.
False start, and thank goodness the Trojans
something went wrong.
Had to fall on that one, and the offensive line is trying to say that the defense had something to do with that. They're going to go over there and talk about it. That might have been the Trojans want to delay a game on the defense for knocking the ball away or simulating something. And the Whitehead will go and talk about it just a little bit.
Yeah, I was looking at Darius, see if that was him on the bottom of the screen, and I missed it. Yep.
False start is called against the Trojans. That'll put them back behind the sticks, make it 2nd down and 12 by the time they march that off. So a couple of penalties have the Trojans deep in their own territory.
Yeah, coach not happy with that one at all. Very animated. Referees didn't look at him twice, so he may have been talking to one of his players.
Gassett.
No, he's talking to the referee.
And is he going to call a timeout to discuss it a little bit more after that? I think he is going to come. We'll take it with him. Be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
We're back to J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium, 28-28. This one has been a battle from the onset. Nick, you said the 20s favored West Monroe. The 30s was a toss-up, and anything 40 and above, you thought the Trojans had an opportunity. I don't know. It may be whoever has the football last.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
This is 2-5-8 football at its finest. This is what you want. Snap is back. Quick hitter to the near side to D-Dub. He's got it. Going to roll down about the 14-yard line. And that's just one of those good ones that you want to go out and get to give yourself a manageable 3rd and 6.
8 yards there. Looks good to see Darius back.
Absolutely. They play him tight this time, but the seam's open. They back off of him just a little bit. Maybe trying to set that up, and JT comes out in the stack. Only one man covering. Now they bring a second man over. 14 seconds on the play clock. She got plenty of time to look at this one. Now they step up in tight coverage. Boy, there's a lot going on in this play.
Yeah, Todd was making an adjustment on the defense.
2 seconds, one, now timeout again, and Boa Bachman is beside himself. He used 2 timeouts down here on this end of the field. We'll be back in 30 on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Lori even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Back to JL Butch Stoker Stadium, 446 Sports, bringing you a lot of games around the way tonight. You can check out the scrolling scoreboard. Menard down. They were down 13-0 early in that one. Maybe still in that game not being aired tonight due to restrictions from Oakdale.
3rd down for the Trojans.
3rd down and 6 for Alexandria. JT in the backfield with, I guess that is Max that's back there with him, huh?
Yeah.
Gassett looks over again, and they'll reset things. 4-man front for West Monroe. They've got a lot of guys back in coverage. This is where Gassett can pull it. Back to pass goes Max. He's going over the top again. Got a man into the hands of Darius Washington. Oh, baby, what a play.
Yeah, so that's from the 14-yard line, Doug, to the
50 is 36 and 37, 38, 39.
39-yard pitch and catch there from Max to Darius for first
Max
down.
couldn't have walked out there and dropped that in his hands any better. Snap is back. Handoff up the middle. They'll call a false start against the Trojans again. Boy, and the Trojans just trying to go too fast, I think. Good work down on the field.
Ambiance, Mike.
The good and the bad of the ambiance, Mike, is there. That's correct.
Referees are from Monroe. Well,
actually,
I'll tell you what, if they're from Monroe, they're probably not West Monroe fans.
That's correct. First down and 15 back on their Trojan side. Did they do it again?
No, this looks like, no, I guess he is.
Yeah, that's false start. So West Monroe's jumping, and it looked like it was causing that to happen. JT pleading his case, but they're not going to call it. They're saying that'll be 2 or 3 times now. They're trying to get this call made that it's simulating a snap.
I think the umpire changed it. Yeah, I think the umpire changed it. Oh, gosh. The umpire's telling the white hat and pointing in our direction, and now the line judge is saying no. Yes.
Offsides called. Nope, he was. Yeah, false start. So that's going to be a snap simulation call against him. You just can't do that. So what they're doing is going up there and they're jumping a little bit, and that's causing the offensive line. It's simulating the snap.
Yeah, and their coach isn't happy about it either because
nobody's going to be happy on that call that's on the other side of it.
That's right.
All of this, and we're back to 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Toss to the near side to JT. Cuts back in, spins around, falls. They'll get him out of bounds, but not before he picks up 1 to 3 yards. It'll make it 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Doug.
They mark him just 2 there, it looks like. And they're moving him forward to 3. That's right, 2nd and 7. Nick, go ahead.
4 carries for 50 yards. So far for JT, and one of them came on 41-yard.
So he's got a $1.50 tonight with a couple of touchdowns.
Yes,
one
touchdown,
114 and counting to go here. Snap throw, but nobody there. So Max is going to have to keep it, and he's going to get down near a first down, very near. And I think that is going to be the first. Boy, that's just. Is there another flag?
No, is he? They're they're giving it to him. So great work there by Max, but
because he looked for the short, quick throw to Jimmy, and Jimmy wasn't looking.
Well, no, it wasn't Jimmy. Jimmy was waiting for Fontenot. Okay. Yeah, Fontenot ran the wrong route.
Snap is back. JT's got it. JT trying to bust to the inside, doesn't stop running, and gets down to the 31. You know, at the start of this drive, we talked about the Trojans needed to consume some time and get that defense a breather. They've got it down to 36 and 34 in the third quarter. Could roll it into the fourth on this, and that'll be what you need.
Yeah, the previous play before that, Jimmy was talking to Fontenot after. He was supposed to run the screen.
Townsend in motion. He's got a touchdown on the day. Back to pass is Gassett. Throws that one zigged when they should have zagged, and I don't think that was where they wanted to go with it. Vaughn will come back in for JT on this big 3rd down run, and that 17 clock stopped with the incompletion, so we'll have at least one more here in the 3rd. Boy, what a night of football, and all this does is kick off district play.
Yeah, bringing in Grayson for Fontenot.
Big heavy on here. Snap is back. Toss comes to Darbon. Now that's JT. JT makes a man, spins around down inside the 20 to the 17. Clock will stop momentarily to move the chains. Trojans trying to get another one going like they're playing with the wind.
17 yards there on that run, and West Monroe takes their first time out of the
West
half.
Monroe takes a timeout with 6 seconds to go in the third. You think this isn't a chess match? Keep it right here because we've got a natural break coming up at the end of the third quarter. Nick, why do you take a timeout there instead of just playing it?
Because he doesn't want to give up the touchdown.
I'm good with that.
The momentum, but I'm just glad that we were able to adjust the air conditioning here because I'm starting to cool off a little bit after that halftime sprint.
A little jaunt down there, and a leisurely stroll is what I saw. Poor Bachman is he was strictly business when you guys were talking.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to that part of the job, Doug, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. It was a year ago today that I said the wrong thing after one of these games, and didn't want to do that again. But learning on the fly. But
one of them walk-off moments when they just get up and walk away from the podium in the press conference.
I mean, is this? I mean, I know this is probably a crazy comparison, but I mean, is this not like the SEC of Louisiana District?
It's no doubt that it is that way. You've got a battle each and every week coming at you.
Between here and the Catholic League in New Orleans.
It's a battle, and those two expected to meet down in the Superdome. Handoff up the middle. JT inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. He's got another first down to the 7, and that will do it for 3 quarters of play. Do not go anywhere. Tell a friend about it. You've got a pretty big fourth quarter coming up when we return. You're watching Trojan football on 446 Sports.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible, so if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
We are back, JL Butch Stoker Stadium. I am Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. Roger Walker out on the camera. JG running the scoreboard and the flags and the timeouts and all of that. Jason Crooks up there handling the camera work. My man Brett Stalsby pushing the buttons, running the instant replays. Partner in crime, Nick Magnano, and I am Doug Gann. Nick, 28-28, 12 minutes, dare I say, in regulation to go in this one. Tell me about it.
Yep. 12 minutes and the rest of your life to remember. This is where the wheel comes in. This is where it's all about who wants it more. 2 even teams battling. Who's gonna win it? Who wants it more?
Last time the Trojans beat West Monroe, it was here in 2020 in the playoffs. Not beating them in the regular season in I don't know when. A lot of football to go in this one. Snap is back. Handoff right up the middle as JT falls inside the 5 to the 3.
Yeah, 3-yard gain there on 1st and goal. So definitely take that. Clock's running.
Oh, yeah. At this point, you're doing anything you can just because every minute that defense just gets a little bit more rest. And they came out of the second half well rested and did good. Gassick calls for the ball. Handoff's going to go up to JT, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage and hammered there.
Yeah, 92. Hadn't called his Braxton Florentine there for what is a 1-yard loss there. First loss of the night for JT. It's his 25th carry, Doug.
Wow. I told him if we thought between 25 and 30, he'd have him a couple 100 yards tonight and a good night. And he's still got a lot to go in this one.
He's working on it for sure.
3rd down and goal from the 4. The Trojans, a good opportunity, still trying to get a play in 15 and 14. Be a good opportunity to fake the handoff to JT and let Max keep it.
Yeah.
Toss, though, goes to JT. He's going to cut to the inside, but he is met right at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 4th down from the middle of the field. And they ought to trot that field goal unit out there, and they will. This is Mesh that will come out to try to put the Trojans on top by 3.
Todd there with the 1-yard tackle for 1-yard loss.
From the opening kick, that dude's been a monster.
Yeah. Looks like Oakdale just went final over Menard 13-0.
Mesh on to attempt a 22-yard field goal to give the Trojans the lead.
New holder, Doug, again. This is Carson.
Sellers, yeah. Snap is back. Sellers has it on the ground. That kick is up, and it is true. 31-28. Trojans reclaim the lead in this back-and-forth battle. We'll be back right after this on 446 Sports.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Back to J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium. You see the Trojans hanging on to a 31-28 lead, and I don't see there's any way that you kick the ball deep in this one. It's been trouble from the get-go. We talked about a squib. We've talked about that sky kick, and we've talked about an onside kick. But West Monroe has a lot of guys up near that A, so I don't know that that would work in this one. Try to put it somewhere around the 20 is what you want to do in this one. Eli going to put a foot in this, and they do roll the onside kick up. Nobody looking at it. Just hammered the poor up back, and there's going to be a penalty as the ball goes out of bounds. Trojans did have an opportunity at it, but the gunner, I guess, if you will, on this end just blows up the guy.
Yeah, I don't know if he knew that was necessarily an onside. I don't know what it was.
I don't think he expected it to come this far out.
Yeah, because Cortez was looking to make a hit. Fortunate thing is it's only. Oh, okay. Well,
now they'll bring it up where it went out of bounds here.
Yeah, I thought it went further, and I thought it was at least at the 40, but still, Doug, this is plus 30 yards from what we started the last kickoff.
That's right. And you gave yourself an opportunity to go after it. Now this is where West Monroe will just try to grind on you a little bit. Handoff goes up the middle. There's Colby coming in to finish it off, trying to see who's down there in the middle of that pile.
Mason was on the bottom, I think. Yeah, Jordan Mason.
Oh, he's had a good one tonight.
Yeah, he has.
But still a 5-yard gain. And you cannot give up 5-yard chunks in this one because that rested defense will get tuckered out in a hurry. 9.5 to go.
Yeah, we don't need them to take this clock down and punch in with just a touchdown either.
Not at all. 2nd down and 5. Ball rests at midfield. Snap is back and the toss goes to the far side. Sidestepping a tackle and falling forward, spinning around for a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, Xavier and Jackson Townsend there. And, I know they're nervous about hitting the wrong hole, but, we're not making first contact till 4 or 5 yards, Doug. That's not a good thing.
That's right.
Xavier came up limping, but that's part of the game here.
3rd down and 2 from the 47-yard line of the Trojans. Under center go the Rebels. Handoff right up the gut, and it's going to be a 1st down and a little bit more, dragging Trojan tacklers out to the 39.
Yeah, Townsend there and Jay Lou.
Just that offensive line of West Monroe just leaning on the defense. Defense from the Trojans with hands on their hips. Not a good sign.
Got to dig deep here, gentlemen. You got to find it inside you right now.
Yeah, this is one of those that you have to just gut check in and tells you what you're going to do for the rest of the season. 1st down and 10 from the 39. Play action, back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Spinning around and pushing off, but they're going to call the catch. And 1-on-3 coverage down inside the 10. There were 3 defenders back there. None of them saw the ball, Nick.
Yeah. Jay Frazier didn't have bad coverage because the ball was under. Horrible throw.
Right.
Just a bad.
It was a good job of the receiver turning around and coming back and getting it.
Receiver came back and get it, and if Jay gets to turn his head around, he might be able to make a play there.
8 minutes to go in this one. First and goal inside the 9 for West Monroe. They have went down the field quickly, sidestepping, going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, West Monroe, and they'll take the lead for the first time tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the only positive there, Doug, is they didn't take much time off the clock.
Well, yeah, but
I mean,
it's been 3 drives that we've just not been able to stop them.
That's it. That's exactly right there. And then look, and they're not doing anything special either. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's a pass play that the receiver comes back and makes a great individual play, but I mean, Miles is just, he might have more yards than JT this game.
Look, it's just been in chunks too. Snap rolls down there, but the hold is picked up. Kick is up, and it is good. 35-31. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 446 Sports. To J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium, 35-31. West Monroe takes the first lead of the contest for them. Under 8 minutes to play, 7:50. Nick, the good news was it didn't take very long. That gives the Trojans a lot of time. The bad news is we had stopped them in 3 straight. We got to get out there and play some defense.
Yeah.
Putting a foot into this one and sending it back deep. That's going to roll into the end zone. It'll check up. You got to get the edge. Look, I'm telling you. Wow.
Darius holding his right arm down. So, I mean, he's not
moving it at all. Yeah, like he got a shoulder stinger.
Yeah, I think whenever he got drugged to the ground on that late hit, but he's gonna battle it out.
Trojans were held to a field goal the last time. That's the difference in this one. We'll see what happens there at quarterback. It's Carson Sellers that comes out with him. Townsend's there for the H-back.
Yeah, Darius took himself out, Doug. KJ Ray's.
Yep, Ray's over there with Duncan Fontenot to the near side and JT in the backfield with Sellers. Back to pass is Carson. He's got to step up in the pocket. He's going over the top. He's got Fontenot. Oh, in and out of the hands of Alex Fontenot. Boy, Fontenot had 5 yards on him, too.
Yeah,
a
little too much air under it, but I mean, it's just one of those things.
But they're able to get behind these defensive backs. It's just those plays that we were hitting on in the first 5 weeks of the season just haven't been there tonight. Fontenot had it, too. Goodness. Although he did have to look up and roll and turn and get around there, but got to have that one. Good crowd tonight, one of the best that I've seen out here, and we keep saying that each and every week. Not a lot of people at the fair, I got to believe. They're all here at Butch Stoker Stadium. Snap is back. Sellers has it. He's coming to the near side, Fontenot. Fontenot's got it at the 30. He's going to duck down before he gets hit, but gets a first down, and that's a great job of fighting forward with Alex Fontenot.
It's a great job of making the catch, too, coming back to the ball with his hands and didn't allow the DB to reach through him.
Alex shaking up, and he'll take himself out of the game, too. Looks so you've got Bates and Darius is back in the game now over onto the far side. Snap is back. JT's got it, but he's met in the backfield. No, he sneaks out of the far side. He's got to get to the corner and doesn't. West Monroe play and contain, stayed right there where they needed to be, and they'll bring him down, but it could have been worse than just that 1 yard loss.
You know, Doug, his last 3 runs, -1, -1, -1.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm just
saying.
Yeah. I mean, they're
Fontenot back in the game. Tanner looks like will come out. He's got a touchdown on the night. Just not hitting on the big play.
43-10, Neville over Pineville, 7:55.
Snap is back. Sellers looking to pass. Got to step up in the pocket. He's going to run. No, he holds on to this one and hits Jimmy Duncan out to midfield. And, boy, steps up right at the line of scrimmage and lets that one go.
19-yard, and, man, that was a good work there by Carson. That really hasn't been his forte on the move, but did a great job there.
Trojans go hurry up to the 49-yard line, 6.5 to go. Ball on the ground. Carson's got to pick it up. He does. He bounces out. Still looking to throw. He just needs to go down and live to play another play. Bad snap that caused a 7-yard sack. It'll be second down, or maybe 6. Second down and 16. Or do they officially give him 5? Yeah, second and 15 is what it is. So 5-yard loss, but the Trojans survive what could have been just disastrous there.
But you'd make up your mind. I've written it twice.
I understand what you're telling me. It was a 5-yard loss, that sack to Sellers.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, that goes against his rushing total.
It does. But call that a save. Back to pass now. Todd coming in. That ball's on the ground.
You know, the difference there, Doug, is we weren't able to pick up Todd.
That's right.
Where the big touchdown play we were.
Yeah, when Todd comes off of that middle linebacker spot, he comes in there with 18 that time. Who is 18? Let's see. Tyler Roark. And
this is big here, Doug.
Yeah, Trojans trail, and West Monroe, they get it back here. They could eat up every bit of that clock. Trojans use 2 of their timeouts here as well. Back to pass now, good pressure. That screen is caught. What a tackle out there that kept JT from getting big yardage.
Yeah, 6 there.
But I mean, just getting that one off. But it's been sideways since that first down play that lost them 5 yards, and the Trojans will leave their offense out. They'll call their final timeout is what it looks like. At 5:36, one of the biggest plays in the game, or there was a injured West Monroe Rebel down. We're not sure what.
Yeah, that was Roark with 18.
Not sure if they're going to assign that timeout to the No, they're going to have to call that an injury timeout. So the Trojans will get a break there and able to talk about it on 4th down.
I'm going to go ahead and erase the timeout on my.
There you go.
We're going to make sure we have.
Make sure we got one in our pocket.
We're not official, but we're going to say we are.
Right. Back to the 49-yard line. That's the original line of scrimmage. Trojans will sit to go for it on 4th down once again, unless it's a pooch kick, but I don't see any way you kick it back to West Monroe here. Got to get to the 41-yard line of the Rebels. 5:19 and counting, so it was not a timeout. We do have one in our pocket. Sellers back to pass. Throws that one in perfectly, and it's down to D-Dub. Big pass and catch from Sellers to Darius Washington, and Darius looked like he's shaken up. They're waving to the sideline. Is Townsend trying to get him off?
16-yard pitch and catch there from Carson to D-Dub. And
see, the training staff will get out there quickly as Townsend was just frantically waving his arms.
And what a warrior. What a warrior.
Goes back into the game, yes. Just a lot of heart and a lot of fight.
And that's his 5th catch of the game, Doug. Let me add it up real quick. See.
Don't forget next Thursday, we will be back out at Walk-Ons, 7 o'clock for the Trojan Takeover out at Walk-Ons. Make sure you come out. We'll talk all things tonight, and that big game coming up the following night against the other set of Rebels that from across the river in Pineville. We'll be back over there for that one.
That's Darius's 5th catch for 85 yards, Doug.
Darius having quite a night. All of these Trojans just battling. But you look over there at those guys in red and white, and they're doing just the same thing, Nick.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, this is why you play the game, and this is why you're in this type moment.
Big hand for Darius as looks like he's up and coming off, and it's that same arm, Nick, that he was holding a little bit earlier. Had the stinger on it. We're not sure what it is, but he was favoring it early and then went down hard on it there.
Yeah, that's and he's not the largest player, but man, he plays way above his weight.
His heart's bigger than as big as anybody on the team. I'll tell you that.
There's not anybody more frustrated than him, but you need to be proud, young man. You just gave your team a chance to win this game.
You absolutely did. That play is as big as any of them. First down and 10 for Alexandria at the West Monroe 35-yard line. 5:07 to go in this one. Trojans trail by 4. Snap is back to Sellers. Sellers with good time. Goes over the top. Hits inside the middle of that zone to Jimmy. Jimmy breaks free to the 15, inside the 10. First down and goal. Jimmy Duncan and the Trojans.
26-yard gain there. I've seen where they spotted it. Great work there from Jimmy and picking up D-Dub.
From the 9, now the Trojans will scrimmage at first and goal. Clock runs 4:50 and counting on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Sellers looks over, sees what he's got, surveys the defense a little bit, calls for the ball and has it. Handoff up the middle from JT. JT grinding along inside the 5. They'll mark him at the 5 officially, so a pickup of 4.
Yep. We got to get this one in, Doug. Well, we have to. I mean, we're down 4. I'm sorry. Sorry. My bad. That was like one of those Brett Musburger water boy moments. I'm sorry.
Gosh. Well, your boy Bob Costas been getting some grief in the baseball games. And speaking of baseball, how about the Yankees making their way on to the ALC? The Yankees win. How about that one? Toss to the far side. JT leans his head in. JT spinning around. Touchdown. JT Lindsay. Touchdown Trojans. And the Trojans strike back and take the lead. Just, you talked about Will, that young man willed his way into the end zone with 4:03 to go.
Well, can that make up for my last comment?
No.
That I said that
it will. Yes, we'll take it.
Yes. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Trojans up 37-35 on for the PAT.
What I meant was we can't settle for a field goal and then try to stop them is what I meant.
I know what you meant, brother. Don't worry. I'm here for you. Big, important extra point here. This would make it a 3-point lead. Kick is up, and it is good. 38-35. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching a good one on 446 Sports.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Speaking of the water boy, it was time for a little high-quality H2O after that one. Trojans 38, Rebels 35. I know they're watching it all around Alexandria. Big hello to our friends out at Trios that have it up on the screen over there. Here's that high pooch kick. He's going to squib around. No, he's going to...
Oh, he did a fair catch.
Fair catch. Now can't go anywhere. The ball will be out at the 30-yard line, and we'll take that. That was Ponte.
Yeah, I hope that's the last time he touches the ball tonight.
You're exactly right.
Seems like every time he touches the ball, something bad happens to the Trojans.
Trojans lead it by a field goal here. Went down the field pretty quickly there. Look at Peyton Hobbs, first one on the ball, ready to go. He is as fired up at that nose tackle position as you'll find.
Bachman was at the 40. He was inside the 40-yard line, just trying to get his defense.
Inside the numbers?
Yes, inside the numbers, just trying to will them to this stop.
First down and 10, drive of the district right here. And we're just in week 1. Snap is back. Hit up the middle, firing through. And a big-time play right there. That's Jordan Mason firing through. And, oh, goodness, what a play. You're looking right in his living room there. Fired off the ball, my friend. 2-yard loss on the play, 3:37.
Look for West Monroe to change the snap count here, Doug.
Yeah. Crowd here from Alexandria getting up and making some noise and learning how to cheer for their team. You got to love that. Empty backfield, snap is back. Here goes pressure. He's hit over the top, and that's just huge work coming in off the side by Cortez Simon. Say it loud and say it right.
Great.
Look, Mama's down there. She's letting everybody know.
Great dial up there by Coach Merce, and
perfect play call against the pass that was there. And Cortez just lit it up. Crowd getting back on the feet. Palm line making some noise. Band is there. Student section. Ash cheerleaders. The Troy Dolls. It is fandemonium here at Butch Stoker Stadium. Back to pass. All the Rebels. Here comes pressure again. There's that little jailbreak screen. Got to get up and make a tackle, and Gaines does. Also there's Mason, and it's going to be a big-time fourth down. You got a Trojan on the ground on the far side of it. That's your man, Colby Pope. He's slow getting up.
Townsend, actually.
I thought it was 38.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Jackson Townsend. So we had Gaines and Mason on the tackle, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this big fourth down here, fourth and what's that?
Boy, you look at Coach Merce in that huddle with that defense. There's Peyton, there's Mason. Spikes is there. This is about as big a one as you'll get. Of course, our thoughts and prayers are down there on the field, and that young man gets up, and that is great to see him coming off the field, and he'll get a great ovation. That's back-to-back blitzes dialed up from Merce, but it's pretty good tackling on the side.
Yeah, that one was there, and these guys made a great play.
If you're watching this live, you're watching a good one. If you went back tonight, tomorrow, and the next day, and watched the replay, it's still been a good one. Fourth down and 5. Nick, what do you got?
Now you have Colby Pulp in for Jackson Townsend. He's been playing more of the end, but now he's in at linebacker.
More noise in this stadium than I've ever heard. It is loud. Fourth down. And Ash will take their final timeout. Alexandria takes their third and final timeout with 2:51 to go, 2:52 to go. We'll take it with them and be right back. 30 seconds. You're watching Ash Trojan football on 446 Sports. We are back live to JL Butch Stoker Stadium. Fourth down and 6 for the Rebels. Trojan fans are on their feet. Trojan Nation around the country and around the world. I know you are as well. Fourth down and 6. And this, just opening night of district. Snap is back. Here comes pressure right up the middle. And that's a big-time sack. Oh, baby, what about it? Big time, and the X factor is real in Alexandria. Let's go back and look at that one more time, Brett, courtesy of BU Designs. You'll watch the play. West Monroe getting set up to throw the ball. Xavier White's just going to fire on all cylinders. Watch him creep up, and he comes in untouched, and the quarterback's just saying, oh, my goodness, blow the whistle, blow the whistle. Trojans with the lead, 38-35. West Monroe has 2 timeouts left. Trojans probably need to get a first down out of this.
You know, what a gutsy call, Doug. You've got your starting linebacker out, and Jackson Townsend. Doyle went out, who's your backup to Townsend, and then you now have Colby Pope comes in. And you blitz X. What a gutsy call that just worked out well.
Trojans line up there. Sellers has it. JT, of course, has it. Good block and a pancake. Pancakes are served here nightly. How about that one?
Peter Lofton. Oh, wow. That's
JT looking to finish things off. Yeah, you go in there and you put them up by 10. That's all right.
Yes, for sure.
They are taking every little bit of time that there is.
I have West Monroe with 2 timeouts remaining.
That's what our official scorekeeper JG has up there. I see 2 hash marks under the Rebels and 0 for the Trojans, but their desire is not to stop the clock right here, unless it's to bring the PAT unit on the field. Sellers in at quarterback, snaps it with 2 seconds. JT up the middle, banging around, continuing to run. A lot of new fans watching this from around the state, and they've just heard about the 4-star running back that's going to LSU. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce JT Lindsay.
Yeah, 6-yard gain there on first down, Doug. So now 2nd and goal from the 4, and
total them up for me.
I mean, it's really yeah.
Had 105 at halftime, didn't he?
103. So let's see here real quick. No pressure, huh?
No pressure at all. 159. The 2-minute timeout. Don't be confused with warning or any of that. The crowd here is amazing. Don't know that we can get a shot of them or not, but let's focus there. Let's get a shot down just on the whatever we can, the cheer, the crowd, and all of that from this one if we can. Fans are up and about here and loving it in Alexandria.
Doug, I have JT 31 for 204 unofficial.
31 for 204.
And that's with 3 1-yard losses to back.
2nd down and goal for the Trojans, looking to put the icing on the cake in this one. From the 4-yard line, JT in the backfield, of course. Sellers there with him. That offensive line is flexing a little bit of muscle here down the stretch. JT's got it. He's met in the backfield by Todd. Continuing to push forward. How about a little push into the end zone? Why don't you? Oh, stop him inside the 1, but you know what? That's not terrible.
That's not. You're right. That's not.
But a timeout is taken here by West Monroe. We believe that will be their final timeout of the evening. And, I mean, there's not an inch of room between the goal line and the football. You see it. What a great look. Oh, we were right on it a second ago.
Well, I was say, how does the referee even call that? Is there any replay or no?
I don't know. Brett, do you have that on the instant replay? Let's go back and see if we can take a look at that again. Oh, no, you might not. You too far out. So it doesn't hurt you here. You got to get the ball into the end zone. They're out of timeouts now. 3rd down, so you have to score. You can't take a knee and run it out. You get the ball on into the end zone. Put this thing up by 2 scores. You pooch kick, or do you kick it up? I don't care if you kick it up over the bleachers on the far side. You don't leave anybody a chance to run it back. But your first things first, you got to get that ball. Then they moved it back a little bit.
Yeah,
I can see some breathing room
they did.
in between there.
It was crazy because they had it about 5 yards on this side of the hash against the goal line.
Right.
When they moved it back about a half
and
yard.
You can't say that the field's painted wrong.
No.
That's terrible. 38-35. You see it on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Up at the top, Trojans with a 3-point lead, looking to punch in the final nail here. Jimmy Duncan out at the receiver. But I don't think anybody here thinks anybody except 6 is getting that football. Snap is back to Sellers. JT's got it. He's hit shy of the goal line. It'll be 4th down, but again, that don't hurt things. You're going to run off another 40 seconds of the clock. It'll be down under a minute. Trojans offense has got to stay out there. And as long as it takes, they're going to have to reset the clock, or they're going to do so. Yeah, they stopped the clock there for an injury timeout for West Monroe, but a good job of those guys firing off.
But they'll wind.
They'll wind.
Okay.
If there was ever a time to get up under center and just push right in, this is that time. They actually move it back half a yard. The ball sits at the 1. Now, my friend, on 4th down, you've got to get that ball in the end zone here. I don't care. You cannot give it back to West Monroe with 9 yards to go or 99 yards to go because they can get there. Clock is back to 40 seconds. They should start it.
Yeah. on something else, Doug. You don't take I don't think you take the chance on the field goal because of snaps and everything else.
Well, no, but a touchdown still beats you, so there's no need.
Right.
You'd rather go. They've not started the play clock yet, so I like that. The game clock is running, so I'd sit here and take as much time as you wanted to with it. There, they start officially the game clock now. May have been just catching up. .108, 107 and counting, and here's that time where you just say, you know what, get under center and what do they call it? The bush push. Just get on in there and go.
So this will bring it to around 40 on the snap, Doug.
Trojans offensive line fired up. They are moving him right inside. He'll run up, take the snap, and the push is on.
What happened?
The flag on the play. False start against the Trojans. But the clock should run, shouldn't it?
No.
Not on the false start?
If they no
do that, I'd take false starts the rest of the time.
Yeah, right. Defense would. The issue is, Doug, they just didn't get set.
Yep. They hurried up to the line. It's a great call, and he was into the end zone, but everybody was moving forward at the same time. 50-10, Neville wins over Pineville. Wassman up 38-17 over Tioga.
We call it 6.
And right here, the Trojans. And the clock will run down to about 19 seconds.
Okay, so they will
in this one. They do wind it. So take you another false start here. Go get you another one, guys. Don't get a delay of game because it won't start. 33, now 32. 2 and 1. Snap is there. Toss to JT. Everybody standing around. JT. Touchdown, JT Lindsay. Touchdown, Trojans. How about that? Look, everybody's up standing around looking at the clock, and they toss the ball back to JT, and into the end zone he goes for the nail in the coffin.
Carson's limping. I wonder if that's from the previous
Probably from the previous play when they're in up there. That's big boy football down there in the middle, and he's got to run back out there and hold. Little post-game Trojan wrap-up show is going to be a good one, my friend.
You think he's going to want to come up here?
I think he's going to want to come up here.
Yeah, he'll be out running.
I think it's good we're getting him up here. We may have to run through our complete gamut of commercials. Mesh on for the PAT here. Already a 2-score game. That kick is up, and it is good. 45-35. Trojans lead it. We're going to take our final time out of regulation, and we'll be back right after this on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
little discussion up here on the top about that false start that went on, and we agree with y'all to just take the false starts. Here's that high sky kick. Get the lead in the fourth quarter and just start false starting. That's the argument. The discussion also was, were we going to get Bachman up here through the sea of fans that are still here as they for the Trojan wrap-up show?
Well, Doug, I'm of age,
right?
You're of age,
right?
He's of age. We don't have a curfew.
You're right. We can wrap this up and go down on the field with the iPad and do this thing.
Well, that's up to you, but I'm saying that
that's right. We got nowhere to go. Trojans will be back deep to receive. Jayton Terry, J. Lou is back there. Everybody playing defense is back off of the ball. What a big night. 30 carries, 209, 34 carries, 209 yards, and 3 touchdowns for JT Lindsay. And game that was 14-14 That's going to be down. Clock will run at 7 and 6 and 5. No timeouts remaining for West Monroe. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be your ball game. Trojans will move to 6-0 on the season, 1-0 in District 2 5A. And you see down on the field what a jubilant Trojan team. We'll get Nick down on the sideline to go get Coach Bachman. And it is now Pineville week following this one.